Hello everyone, and welcome to the show. I'm your host Luke, and today we'll be harvesting LEGO Stardew Valley. Now, this was a rather difficult set to pull off. All things considered, I've never managed to build a single decent house made out of Legos. So hopefully this will change that. Starting off, of course, we're building the main part of the house. The idea here was that of a Minecraft build. Make a weird non-plank skeleton, and build the main house behind it, creating an interesting 3D look for the build. That was the easy part. For like 25 minutes, I tried to build a cool door with many iterations and methods. Then it just wouldn't work, so I took the easy way out. Right after throwing a door at breakneck speeds, I started my most controversial LEGO design yet, the 3D planks. You see, a lot of LEGO houses I've seen are very boring because they don't have much texture. So my thought was to revisit that old My Hero set and just use the method there, seeing as it didn't make it into the final build. And hey, it turned out pretty good. Then I poured some bleach on the set, put the top of the wood on, and started putting in the windows, which I totally forgot about when I first made the walls. Then I took out my chainsaw and started tearing this thing apart. Alright, that's one window done. On to the next one, I guess. Finally, I put the windshield things on and got to work on the final part of the front, being the weird column and firewood storage. After that, I got started on the second floor, and this was about the same process as floor 1, so I'm just gonna let this play while I get some coffee. And I'm back. Hey, that looks pretty good. Slap some beams on, and now you've really got a stew going. And once I rebuild the texture on floor 2, I can show you why I put the beams there. And trust me, it's a good reason. I put them there so I can put the side of the roof at an angle. But here comes the hard part. Once I build the basics of the roof, I have to figure out how high the hinges need to be, and what angle the roof itself needs to be at. Which, as you can guess, was very time-consuming and boring. So I won't be showing you much of that. What I will be showing you is my absolute stupidity in making the chimney. Because I'm not smart, I took the easy way out and made the main chimney at a 45-degree angle, so I could just slap the thing on the roof. But I guess I couldn't really make it work otherwise, considering the in-game fireplace inside the house is completely independent of the chimney. And then after making the first part of the roof, I started the second part, which was the middle, and it was very easy, I just had to make it fit with the first piece. Then the third piece was even more simple, just allowing me to copy the first piece, get rid of the chimney, and make it a teeny bit smaller, which would help me later down the line. Once the front was finished, I really got going. I extended the bones a bit, and got some ground for the firewood to be on. Then I built the bed, the TV, the fireplace, the table, and the chair. Easier than your mom. Then after that, I laid down the foundations of the floor, laid down the planks, and to finish up the bones using some pieces to make the second floor more easily removable. Pop those bad boys in there, and now we're in the home stretch. Again, I repeated the same wall process for the back of the house, but I had some trouble coming from the window I decided to add last minute. But hey, it adds character. Again, another wall, this time with 90% more deja vu. And thus, the main house is complete. More wood pieces, some railing, change the size of the planks, and give the deck some texture. With some places to stand, this is really coming together. But you can't have Stardew Valley without some farmland, so I placed the basic foundation and built the stairs. Then I built little cabbage plants, some carrots, and while I initially intended for this all to be grass, I made the main part dirt with some grass near the house. After utterly failing to build some sunflowers, I decided to put a scarecrow there. I guess there's usually one in pretty much all of the main promotional material, so why not? And so what if I used an illegal technique to get them built? The FBI are after me, but not for those reasons. Sprinkle dirt, drop some rocks, then have an existential crisis. These are the steps to finishing this set. I just couldn't figure out what minifigure to go with the player, and I didn't have any templates to make textures with me, so I had to have an NPC that had something vaguely similar to something in Studio. While most of the pieces have yellow for their skin, and I'm using tan, I didn't have a lot of options. This process took around 30 minutes, and was eating at me because I wanted to finish the set, but I just needed to get another minifigure. So I said heck it, and made another player character. When all is said and done, I'm glad, because this means I'll be able to milk this series for a CMF series later down the line. I'm also happy I took this approach because I freaking love these minifigures. But without further ado, let's get to the final renders. And that's that for this episode. If you have any questions or suggestions, you can fill out a slip in the comments below. Thank you for stopping by, and remember to be kind and rewind. Sincerely, Luke.